Hey everyone, Prof here just before the video to make sure you guys remember that this series is entirely created on Patreon funding. And if you want to see the episodes early as they come out, donate to that tier. And I do need to hit a specific milestone to make sure that the vids keep coming. So if you like them, please share them around. Please tell other people who would be interested in it. And of course, keep the Patreon here funded. I can't make it without your help, and I know you guys have been clamoring for the next episode, so I'll get to that right now.
Camille and Emma, fresh from the last sortie, prepared for the next big operation, and Astyanage had something to show them. In his spare time, Camille had been prototyping something called the Zeta Gundam, which had the capacity to enter the atmosphere on its own, using what they called a Wave Rider mode. This machine, known as the Flying Armor, was mostly designed to keep the Mark II mobile while in the atmosphere and could be docked with relative ease. All of this was to prep for the upcoming assault on Japrao Base. Using reinforcements from Granada, the AUG fleet would launch an assault of over 80 mobile suits from several different battleships. From the AUG command perspective, it could easily work. Quattro, however, stood against it. He held concerns about Zeon joining the Titans, but it was overridden by his other commanders. Around this time, the Titans prepared their newest machine for sortie, with Jared and Kakrikon at the sticks. The latest in the Hyzak line, the RMS-108 Marasai, sported a much better reactor and could easily handle a beam rifle and beam saber without having to trade one for the other. It was the same model of rifle that the Hyzak would use, but this one featured a 3-round burst mode instead of a single shot. Beam rifles never quite reached selective automatic fire at this time, saving that for more specialized weaponry. The Marasai was able to fly in the atmosphere and would end up completely replacing the Hyzak. The AUG was not without its own tricks, rolling out the MSA-003 Nemo, an upgrade to the GM2. The Nemo was an overall upgrade and had a special trick to it. It was able to scavenge and equip older weapons such as GM rifles and the Rick DS's beam weapons. Overall, it boasted better armor, a better generator, and more mobility. Plus, it did not require its own weapons system to be built like other mobile suits. This would become the backbone of the AUG's forces during their assault on Earth. Camille would sortie in the Mark II to deal with the new Titans units, and would end up finding himself rather embarrassed. Kakrikon and Jared had been wisely studying Camille and used the extra mobility to their advantage. As their pincer tactics gave Camille a run for his money, he tried an age-old tactic. Using a combination of a thrust-generated smoke cloud and his scattershot bazooka round, he handily wrecked Jared's Marasai. Kakrikon withdrew from the fight as reinforcements arrived. The Argama started once again on its trip to Earth, with the Titans licking their wounds. As they made their way down to the Earth, the Argama encountered a mysterious mobile suit bearing down on a shuttle containing Bright Noah. While the Argama's pilots chased off this unit, they still had no idea what they were up against. Whoever it was who'd set off Quattro's new type senses, but we will find out more about that pilot later. Fa Yuri, who was on the same shuttle, tearfully reunited with Camille. Sadly, their reunion was only so happy, as Fa's parents were being held captive by the Earth Federation. This would drive a wedge between the two, as Camille prepped for entry into the Earth's atmosphere. Fa quickly found herself relegated to delivering food to hungry pilots, and Haro, her new companion, kept referring to Camille as Amuro. Anyone who knew of Frau Bo and Amuro Ray could immediately draw parallels, except now they were on the opposite side of the fight. Bright Noah took command of the Argama, though he had no idea who he was commanding when Quattro took the field. All the same, Quattro took his request to rescue the rest of the Noah clan from the Earth Federation quite seriously. Between their capabilities, they began to turn the AUG into a military force to be reckoned with. But now the Titans would turn their attention on the AUG's attempted drop assault. They were immediately set on by the same mysterious mobile suit that had attempted to intercept Bright's shuttle earlier on. The Masala, a machine from outside the asteroid belt, was the first fully transformable mobile weapon that ever appeared on screen in Gundam animation history. It featured thrusters powerful enough to pull out of Jupiter's gravity well and multiple missile launchers, as well as 2 megaparticle cannons that were nearly as powerful as the battleships. Its clawed hands had grenade launchers in it, and due to its high speed, even the best pilots had difficulty dealing with it. It would continue to pester the AUG once they returned to space, though it would not be the same pilot. During the battle with the Masala, Emma's Rick Diaz was damaged in the fight and had to return to the Argama. Around the same time, Kakrakan and Jared joined the battle in their Marasai suits, equipped with re-entry systems to help them give chase once in the Earth's atmosphere. As the AUG units dropped down, so too did the Titans, forcing another fight once they landed. Kakrakan proved too cocky and attempted to destroy the Mark II while it was entering the Earth's atmosphere. When his machine deployed automatically, all it took was a nudge from Camille's Wave Rider unit to rip it to shreds, making the Titan pilot burn to death across the atmosphere. As the descending mobile suits slowly made their way towards their target, they burned across the sky like shooting stars. The docile Earth would once again become the battlefield, and next time we watch the Second Battle of Jaburo.